marching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Rangers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Justin Madubuike.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Ravens, they'll take over. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis, and it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, Dobbins, and some room to maneuver. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Jackson. 1st down and more for Jackson. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Dobbins once more.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Steps away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Lawrence will throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear,
He was an absolute blower out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
That's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Second and goal from the 1.
And they'll run again.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
With his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On third down, Lawrence. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing